Merson always looks dangerous, and Arsenal with plenty of men up in this attack. Dangerous cross here, and they could be in trouble, and Leeds indeed were in trouble. Beautifully struck by Alan Smith, and Arsenal have the lead on 20 minutes. Merson tries to show a clean pair of heels to Batty. He does that. Now he's got Sterland. Beats away his challenge as well. Excellent work from Merson. He now tees up Winterburn, and he's gone through. And a second goal for Alan Smith. And Arsenal have been formidable tonight. Strachan takes it. Seaman tries to come. Speed does. Wallace beaten away. Here's McAllister heading it into the net, but the whistle had already sounded, and it does not count. It's going to be a Leeds penalty. McAllister leads the complaints. He felt that the goal should have been given to him in any event, but the referee had blown the whistle. The penalty had already been awarded. And Strachan, who converted two successfully at Southampton last week, has the chance to bring Leeds back into the game. Strachan versus Seaman. It's 2-1, he can smile now. And it's all worked out in the end for Leeds. And Leeds are going to bring on Weatherall, but not until this throw-in has been taken and the cross has come in. It's long. In goes McAllister. Here's Lee Chapman, and it's 2-2.
It seems as if Alex Ferguson and Brian Robson are constantly being cornered and asked, is this going to be United's year? I give them time, give them a bit of space, which is certainly what Clayton Blackmore found to give them the lead at Selhurst Park. Number 2 was all about Gary Pallister engineering a yard of space in a crowded area, and that was very classy. Wimbledon found another chink in Peter Schmeichel's armour, caught out by a cross against Leeds on Saturday. He committed himself to Roger Joseph's centre, and Big John Fashion who did the rest.
Ian Porterfield's Chelsea moved into third place with a single-goal victory at the club who sacked him, Sheffield United. Dennis Wise clinching Chelsea's third win in their last 4 games, then celebrating with the chap who drew him in the Golden Goal competition.
Notts County have gate-crashed their way to the top 6. Wednesday have settled pretty well. County get an early lead, a foul by Warhurst on Bartlett. Now Tommy Johnson at age 20, the Geordie, he's making quite an impact, and he looks very composed beating Woods from the spot. Wednesday lose David Hurst, sadly, with damaged ankle ligaments. And they're level by half-time. Excellent goal too. Sheridan's free kick. Nigel Pearson, the skipper, with an unstoppable header. This one played at a frantic pace, just 5 minutes to go. Uncharacteristic hesitation from Chris Woods. His defenders in a collective trance. And Tommy Johnson is in for the winner. Today, County continue their education against Liverpool.
Only Nottingham Forest have made Oldham look like First Division novices so far. Neil Adams, first of the season, putting them in front against Coventry. Now Oldham made it too with a sort of goal that's going to make them good box office around the country. Ian Marshall's flick and a blistering finish by Nick Henry. But by the end it was a little too close for comfort, with Roger Furlong pulling one back for Coventry. But Oldham will end up beating most of the middle order.
Everton, needing to erase the memory of last Saturday's defeat by Liverpool, were gifted a goal by Norwich's Ian Culverhouse, gleefully converted by Mark Ward just after half-time. These two sides had managed only 1 win each in their previous 5 games, so a draw was the predictable outcome. Even though Norwich left it dangerously late, Dave Phillips with only 5 minutes to go.
Brandon Howe, the space there for him to consider all things, trying to pick up Dury on the far side. It just clipped off Michael Bensall, put Dury off sufficiently, but it's a Spurs corner already taken. It's with Naeem. Just clipped there towards Lineker, knocked away by Marco, not very well. Mabbutt shot! And the Spurs captain scores with about 3 minutes to go to half-time.
Mark Brennan will take it. In towards Quinn. Keith Curl. Niall Quinn. Oh, came off the keep it out. Congratulations for Niall Quinn. But I think his captain, Keith Curle, was the man who smuggled the ball over the line. He's shaking his head. Oh, they were playing between themselves, Curle and Quinn. Quinn's shot carried the menace. Now, did it cross the line? Yes, just off Gemmell. Keane, this is more like it. Crosby, good save by Coton. Away by Hill. The danger hasn't passed. Stuart Pearce. Nigel Clough onside. In goes Sheringham. 1-1.
Poynton. Hill, the right back. Tackled by the Forest right back, Charles. Mexon to Reid. Curle now has got forward. Hill is still on the edge of the Nottingham Forest penalty area. It's in towards Andy Hill. Oh, he scored! Oh, what on earth was he doing there?
Bright got there just ahead of Teal. McGoldrick has done well here, and a dangerous ball in toward Thomas, and it was almost an own goal. And it is a goal anyway. The scorer, Ian Wright. Luton and Southampton have started the new season badly, just one win between them before they met at Kenilworth Road. Saints took the lead, David Priest bringing down Glenn Cockrell. Some referees may have judged that a professional foul by Priest, but the outcome here was a penalty, duly converted by Matthew Le Tissier. Just 2 minutes later, Luton's new striker, the former Tottenham man Philip Gray, equalised with his second goal in as many games. The professional foul reared its ugly head again just before half-time. Richard Hall tugging at Gray's shirt, and referee Arthur Smith on the spot. Southampton protested that a linesman had flagged for offside and then changed his mind. But Mr. Smith still produced the red card for Hall. To make things even worse for Southampton, the free kick led to the winning goal. A clever little trick. And then Richard Harvey scoring with an accurate shot to clinch Luton's first win of the season after 6 games.
Rangers and Jerry Francis are still looking for that first win. The Hammers' trialist keeper Tony Parks keeps them out on his own. Parks' career has drifted since his save won the UEFA Cup for Spurs back in '84. His reward, he's dropped.
After 5 wins out of 5, Cambridge were confident of going top of the table. But Southend, promoted with them last season, got the only goal of the game, Ian Benjamin the scorer. John Lyle's Ipswich were unbeaten before Tuesday's visit of Swindon Town, now managed by Glenn Hoddle. Swindon took the lead after only 2 minutes, Duncan Shearer hitting the post, Steve White scoring. An embarrassing goal kick by Swindon's Fraser Digby presented Ipswich with an equaliser. The scorer, Chris Kiwomya. But there was to be no happy ending for Ipswich. Swindon regained the lead just before half-time, with Hoddle himself involved in the build-up. Shearer hitting the post again, but this time regaining possession to cross for Colin Calderwood to eventually force the ball home. In the second half, Swindon really took control and increased their lead to 3-1, Sean Taylor heading home. Two minutes from the end, a powerful run by Fitzroy Simpson laid on another Swindon goal for the former Spurs player Mickey Hazard to complete the scoring. Ipswich 1, Swindon 4.
Keith Houchin was knocking on the veterans' door when he turned that cup final Coventry's way 4.5 years ago. But the best number 9s take their scoring instincts to the grave. Last night, Houchin buried Wolves at Molineux with 2 second-half goals. They take a little longer to get there than they used to, but the feeling's just the same. Last night, Malkin scored to give Rovers an 18th-minute lead against Charlton Athletic. John Aldridge, the poacher of Prenton, getting the assist this time. Malkin deputising gleefully for the injured Jim Steele, just as he did at Wembley. But Charlton took control of the middle portion of the game with goals from Simon Webster and Robert Lee, and were within a minute of victory when Mark Hughes denied them. Injury time equalisers always seem to be this kind of goal. Tranmere off the hook on the night the Wembley Wizards rolled their magic again.
Well, anyone who left before the end of the Oxford-Middlesbrough game won't have believed the score when they got home. There were 3 goals in the last 3 minutes. Bernie Slaven scoring the first for Middlesbrough. The Irish international, who'd only just come on as a substitute, scored again to send Middlesbrough to the top of the table and keep Oxford firmly rooted to the bottom. The home team's only consolation, an even later goal, scored by Lee Nogan. 2-1 to Middlesbrough.
Bryant. Bends free. In it comes, Allison. Yes, it's there. Wayne Allison puts City ahead.
Sully. Forward ball. Aimed towards Skinner and push and shoving, but the ball's finally broken and a chance immediately. Good save by Peter Shilton going to his left and suddenly Speedy with a chance. And now the ball dropping. And it's still sorts of trouble and finally it goes in. Well, what a start for Blackburn Rovers. Jason Wilcox, the scorer. Clutch of players at the back post. Speedy breaks from it and looks for the ball and gets the ball. 2-0 Blackburn Rovers. 2 in 2 games now for Speedy. And will this little touch in front of Shilton be the vital, perhaps winning goal?
The former Exeter manager Terry Cooper is now in charge at Birmingham City and had made a great start with 5 wins out of 5. Against relegated Hull, they took the lead early in the second half. Simon Sturridge, the scorer. 3 minutes later, Hull drew level with this excellent free kick by Lee Palin. But with a minute to go, Birmingham ensured that the only 100% record in the whole of the Football League remained intact. Ian Rogerson scoring the winner, and perhaps Birmingham are finally coming to life again.
Francis was back doing a squad of centre-halves work himself when Wigan Athletic in blue took a 7th-minute lead against County at Springfield Park last night. Gary Powell joined the winning ticket in a goal-mouth lucky dip. Wigan were valued for the lead through much of the first half, but even then the big man's threat to them was apparent. And there was more where that came from after the break. Second half is 2 minutes old. Ward holding up because there are players offside, but Williams is not offside. Atkins open to the chip, but instead Paul Williams just bides his time and slides it in. Coolly done. And now Wheeler leading the breakout, and look at Williams scampering forward in support. This is the left back, remember. Wigan have got men back now. They've lost Wheeler though, and Wheeler has found the net. Worthing to just let the ball run away to David Frayne, who's in no hurry to hand it back. No hurry at all. Follow my leader. The ball's for Francis, and Atkins is way out of his goal. And there's a sure-footed finish if ever I saw one. Kevin Francis makes it 3-1.
Scoring goals has been a problem for Bury this season. No problem though for Liam Robinson. Bury's second was another Robinson effort. Nigel Smith and Mark Kearney can take some of the credit, but the final touch went to Peterborough's David Robinson. And a minute from time, Bury sealed their first win of the season through Ian Stevens. Bolton conceded 3 goals in the first half at Darlington, including this Mitch Cook header. In the second half, Tony Philliskirk stirred hopes of a Bolton fight-back. But a second from David Reeves, coming from behind the post, 3 minutes from time, wasn't enough for Bolton. 1-0 down at home to Bournemouth, Preston left their fight back until the last quarter. Martin James thumping left-footer, putting them level. And then taking the lead with just 8 minutes to go through substitute Nigel Greenwood. Then up stepped a man who doesn't know the meaning of the word quit. 37-year-old Jimmy Case blasting in the Bournemouth equaliser.
Shrewsbury previously unbeaten in the league, managed of course by our old mate John Bond. Stoke's first league win Kevin's cross, former Manchester City man Wayne Biggins heading home after 53 minutes gone. So good result there for Lou Macari and the boys.
Another local derby as Exeter met Torquay. Exeter had lost all 5 games under new manager Alan Ball, so huge relief for them when Tom Kelly scored against his former club in the 90th minute.
So aim towards Futcher, but he lets Gus Wilson run onto it. Now Wilson 1-2 with Futcher. A break for Hignett. It's come off the legs of the goalkeeper and Gus Wilson follows it in. They attempted the 1-2. In the end, it broke for Hignett. But there's Gus Wilson. He won't score an easier one. Walters on. Garvey. Futcher. Oh, that's a lovely ball. Now, what's the finish like from Naylor? It's good. It's 2-0. Look at that ball from Futcher. Splitting the defence wide open. And gets the right result. Ball driven in. Well, I thought Futcher was going to collect it, but Edwards has, and Edwards finishes! Wriggles his way clear. That's sweet. Well, they're just enjoying themselves now, and the crowd are joining in. They cry at every forward ball, and there's another one. Naylor. Can he finish off? An exquisite move. Oh, yes, he can. Team who just can't stop scoring are scoring in style.
2,500 there. Jonathan McCarthy scored the only goal, 58 minutes gone. Blackpool then losing for the first time this season.
Mike Conroy took the role of goal maker, not goal taker, in last night's game against Chesterfield, providing John Francis with an early shooting opportunity. Then it was a well-established Turf Moor hero who stole the show, but with Mike Conroy's help, his square ball giving Roger Eli a simple tap-in chance. 10 minutes into the second half, Conroy's flick, and Eli was away again, escaping the clutches of Chesterfield's Tony Bryan and scoring Burnley's second at the second attempt. Eli's third goal had a touch of luck and knee about it, but like all goal-hungry strikers, he wasn't going to miss the chance of claiming a hat-trick.
Well, don't turn away, because this is Barnet, and that means goals. On Wednesday, they inflicted the heaviest home defeat in Lincoln's history. Gary Bull starting the rout. As we already knew, Barnet certainly don't believe in defending. Centre-half Frank Murphy shows why with goal number 2. Roger Willis makes it 3-0 to Barnet, whose manager Barry Fry says he's not even fielded his strongest team yet. Gary Bull again for goal number 4, thanks to a hefty deflection, and Barnet now really enjoying themselves. No wonder opposition defenders panic when Barnet are around. Finney putting through his own goal to make it 5-0. And then this terrific build-up for the 6th goal. Barnet's games have now produced an amazing 35 goals, and that means an average of almost 6 goals a game. Nicky Evans is the final name on the score sheet, and let's hope that Fat Stan doesn't pay them by the goal.